It would displease neither Rhaenyra nor the gods. Rhaenyra were named heir to Driftmark.
Rhaenyra,
Yes.
Lord of the Tide.
Yes.
The girl knows nothing of ships.
So teach her, you dumbass. Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown. I'm back with another episode of House of the Dragon. This is Season 2, Episode 3, called The Burning Mill. The last episode, they had the funeral for baby Jaehaerys, and of course, Alicent and Helaena really did not want to be part of that fiasco. They were basically strongly encouraged to in order to help bring about the idea that Rhaenyra is this evil person by running this funeral through the town, shouting this was the work of Rhaenyra the Cruel. A lot of people and reactions that I saw were commenting on how they were so worried that that baby's head was gonna pop right off while they were like dragging the cart down the street and everything. And I didn't really think about that. I was just noticing that they had this little like rope around the neck or whatever to kind of hide the cut or something. I don't know. But it didn't look to me like the baby's head was gonna fall off or anything. Then once the cart got stuck in a pothole, I was like, oh no, stuff's gonna get messed up. And it did look like Helaena was freaking out. I don't blame her. She was not in a good state, and that stuff happening, some of the ways she acts remind me of some of the autistic people that I know, and something like that would really freak them out, and especially if their kid had just died. Like, that's terrible. And then the whole thing with Alicent being all guilt-stricken but not understanding how to mother her children that are grieving the death of their child, instead is like going on about what they might have seen or not seen and how guilty she is. Come on, Alicent. I know she was not raised very well, but holy freaking cow. Seeing her kid crying and turning around and going the other way instead of offering a hug or a shoulder to lean on or something. What are you gonna do? It's a fucked up world. I guess we gotta expect fucked up actions like that. It is time to start the episode.
Put the boundary stones back. This is our land.
It's Bracken land. Babe killer.
What did you say?
Your false queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Aegon Targaryen is no true king.
You wouldn't dare.
Okay.
A couple people died there.
Obviously, an entire battle already happened. Didn't show any of it?
It cost too much money.
He sullies the grave of his brother.
I cannot fault him for keeping his oath.
And what of those who sent him?
Well, that's something you gotta deal with.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place. That is easy enough. They usurped my throne. That is one answer. Or was it when the child was beheaded? Or when Aemond killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemond's eye? None of it will matter when the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten. There may be another way. Alicent Hightower.
Except everything you said is like foreshadowing the entire thing. Although we already know.
She knows war is coming, and that it'll be savage beyond all compare. There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin.
Your family has had wars before that were friggin' horrid.
What she did is not her, but the men around her who seek bloodshed.
She permitted it.
And they're gonna say the same about you and the baby.
As you permitted the murder of a little boy.
Her son sits my throne. There is nothing more to be said.
I like that they buried them together.
You do, huh?
Yes. They're twins. They loved each other, even though they were on separate sides because of fucked up shit that happened. Why didn't they have the flags up already?
Because they have to wash them and put them up every day.
That seems excessive.
It's like a church. They change those things out daily or weekly or whatever.
Washing them that frequently, though, is going to break down the fabric faster.
Taking them down and putting them up gets the dust off them.
Taking them down and putting them up is also going to break the fabric down faster. I would do it like every few days or so.
They might do it once a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods, who declared for the Pretender. Lord Samuel Blackwood himself is slain.
So their little kid fight resulted in... Fucking stupid.
The Blackwoods and the Brackens have feuded for centuries.
Call it what you will. I call it war.
You're definitely already at war. You guys have done too much tit for tat awful shit already. And whatever you want to call that battle is up to you, but I would call it a freaking win if I were you.
Brother Darren's dragon nears fighting age. Call on them.
They are months away. Jason is raising a great army.
Should we not aim to unite these armies as one?
The great military mind. Do remind me, which link to war?
This council must rediscover the discipline it lately had if it's to be of any use.
Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here.
I don't think you can get anywhere in Harrenhal.
I will turn the Crown land houses who declared for Rhaenyra to our cause, enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal.
Right.
So like to be destroyed by the first stronghold you meet.
So likely to be destroyed by Daemon. Daemon went to Harrenhal, and I'm pretty sure he did. You're not gonna fucking get anywhere. You are not a dragon rider.
To war, then. I'll come too with Sunfire.
Aegon.
Lead a dragon. My plan is not to draw attention to if you one or more dragons.
It's a brave thought, but we cannot risk your loss.
He speaks wise words that you probably should fucking listen to, but you're not going to.
I was told you turned back from your ship to bring water.
I was not believed.
You saved my life.
What is the life of a queen worth these days?
You wish to be rewarded.
As I would think, you would wish to reward me.
What price would you set?
A place at your court.
Do it. I think she's a freaking tactical advantage.
You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. I'm not often surprised.
One turn for another, then.
I know the workings of the Red Keep.
And what is my worth to you?
I would punish the High Towers for what they have done. But more than that, I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful. Are they always like this?
Sea Smoke, my late Lord husband's dragon, has grown restless of late.
Maybe he's lonely.
Tyraxes is but a hatchling. And Stormcloud...
I want you to go with them. They have sent one assassin in the night. You must take the little ones further. To Pentos, I think.
When my mother died.
'Tis safer than anywhere in Westeros. I'm sorry to put this upon you. It breaks my heart, not knowing when I will see them again. I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them. Guard them as a dragon guards her eggs.
And my sister?
I need Baela here.
Because she has a dragon.
Make this sacrifice willingly.
Your Grace.
It's not like she has a lot of alternative, but I feel bad for her. I don't remember what dragon she ends up getting, but I know she eventually does. Everybody abandoned ship. Can't remember in the book exactly how this whole thing went. I just know that Daemon takes Harrenhal. Definitely looks completely abandoned. Looks like it's been abandoned for a while. Okay, not abandoned.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so. I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name.
Who is she?
Supper is venison with black cabbage and peas.
Okay.
I've survived many a battle. I do not mean to be felled by poison peas.
If you've not yet surmised, you are welcome here.
What of your lord, Larys Strong?
Well, I doubt he's very welcome in their family.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family. Do you not think it strange that his father perished by fire, and his son too, in this damp place? It was the first fire here since Balerion ended the line of Harren the Black. Find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your Grace.
Forgive me, I'd only assumed that as consul...
And we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption.
Indeed. Your Grace. What then brings you to our corner of the Riverlands?
Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms.
It is also in something of a state of disrepair.
Precisely why we must bring it into a state of repair.
Even if we possess the coin, my prince. Your Grace.
How might you do that?
There are 40,000 swords in the Riverlands, the largest undeclared host in the realm. Only Harrenhal is of a size enough to garrison.
Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
The answer to that is lost in time. Sin begets sin, begets sin.
Perhaps the presence of the crown and a dragon will sharpen minds round these parts.
Will it keep him from shitting himself?
Might I ask?
When you are successful, what then?
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
It's a big chair made of swords.
Lord Commander, your host is mustered and ready to march.
Yes, let him march. It'd be nice to see him annihilated, but...
So, Chris,
don't
may I
think it's
present my brother, Sir Gawain Hightower, arrived last night from Eltown.
Sir Kristen, how exhilarating to arrive at court after 3 long months on the road to find my Lord Father unseated as Hand of the King. And by a man from such modest beginnings.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you into battle.
The march will be hard, sir.
No one is more delighted than I to march out to war with the Dornishmen.
And request that she grant her favour. That her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings in his heart.
Your Grace.
Your Grace.
Then we must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds to our cause. And burn those who resist.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction.
Fear of it is in itself a weapon.
The value of a sword is not within its scabbard.
Secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone.
You have never been so exposed.
Perhaps it is time for you to think about secreting yourself somewhere safe while we remain here as a source of distraction. Merely be a precaution.
It would be treason. You are fortunate you took it no further. This council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, Jaehaerys the Conciliator. A prudent ruler, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's.
I would fight 100 battles before I went into exile with none but prattling babes.
One of those babes is your heir.
A boy of 6 who knows nothing of the sea.
It would displease neither Rhaenyra nor the gods. Rhaenyra were named heir to Driftmark.
Rhaenyra.
Yes.
Lord of the Tide.
Yes.
The girl knows nothing of ships.
So teach her, you dumbass.
We must hope to see our way forward in time.
And if there is no time, we are at war, Corlys.
You know what that means.
I have much to attend to.
Go safely, sister.
I will be safe enough, far away from any danger with only babes to nursemaid.
You do a great service, and may yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way.
Do not coddle me, Bela. Grant me at least that dignity.
I meant no insult. Here, I think, is some consolation.
Tyraxes and Stormcloud are young and vulnerable. These eggs are even more fragile. Should all come to ruin here, you will bear our hope for the future.
Your Grace. I feel sad about Jaehaerys. I ought not to, I think. People die all the time, especially babes. They're taken so easily.
Sadness is a condition of motherhood.
It's a condition of parenthood. Your son was sad too.
I warrant they thought I had no more right to grief than they do. Surely they lose their babes more than highborn ladies.
The stranger comes for us all. Queen and commoner. You have as much claim to grief as anyone.
And you?
I love Jaehaerys, but my concern has been more for you and what you have endured. Helena,
I forgive you.
What?
I said that I forgive you.
Aegon the Conqueror reborn.
Just get on with it.
Not Aegon the Magnanimous.
I think it would benefit all of us to prevent our king from being brutally slain by our enemies and his body parts scattered to beasts and his court come to ruin. Would you not agree? What exquisite armor.
I was given the Conqueror's name and his crown, so I shall wear his armor to war.
I suspect that armor might have improved a bit since
Diverse
Aegon the
rumors whispered in
Conqueror
streets
had
that your Grace
ravaged
sent
the
his forces to
freaking
battle.
kingdom.
His Grace was persuaded to fly to war with Sir Criston, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence, with Prince Aemond at her side. Tales take on a life of their own, like weeds, unless they are tended.
We'll tend to them then. Lord Larys, my father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers, and yet I find myself wanting for one. I should be glad of your talents.
You already have one. He's already freaking been. Even though he seems to be up to something that may not be to your benefit, but whatever.
Shall we escort you to the dragon pit, Your Grace?
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
It does seem wise. Come out with us, my king.
Sir Martin has a new squire that wants bedding in.
He's never fucked a woman.
You're sworn to chastity now.
Of course, Your Grace.
Aegon, you really need to, like, take a look at all the people that you have options for and pick some better freaking people. 'Cause having your buddies that don't know their freaking ass from their elbows isn't gonna be helpful.
There's a good girl, eh? Although it said even Dawn mourned the passing of my grandsire.
Who was your grandsire?
They call him the Conciliator.
King Jaehaerys.
Shh.
Please, continue.
Look, I could cost me my head. I'm the son of Balon the Brave.
Bastard brother to Prince Daemon.
And the late King Viserys. Uncle to the one true queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen. The blood of the dragon runs through these veins.
You do not look very much like King Viserys.
Or Prince Daemon.
You can tell by his hair. Yeah, I'll tell you who else doesn't have silver hair. The rightful heir to the Iron Throne, Prince Jaehaerys Velaryon.
Here's your other nephew.
All hail the king!
All hail the king!
Drinks for all!
Oh boy.
A little tame, but a good a place as any.
Oh, lovely.
God be good. That's you. Her name is Sylvie or Chelsea or something like that. Amy, you still lie with your very first. What a fine, sweet thing.
Yep.
Did you fuck her like a
Who
hound?
picked on you and made fun of you? Your brother.
She's now very much occupied.
Your squire is welcome to her. One oar is as good as another.
Yeah.
I assure you, my nephew will not begrudge me a night of comfort. We will rendezvous with your army at first light.
We're exposed.
What?
Get to the trees!
Burn them all. Just them, though. Nobody else. None of the small folk. Are you shitting your pants yet? Somebody is.
Sylvie!
I'm in your debt. Move under the trees and by cover of dark. And no fucking inns.
Sir Kristen Cole.
Could you be certain
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't.
For her sharp eyes, but we can tarry no longer. Surely not.
Your Grace, I must agree. And request your permission to return to Rook's Rest and fortify my land.
'Tis Prince Daemon who ought to worry.
Prince Daemon has Caraxes.
And he may call upon a dragon of his own.
This is why you must act now. Root Cole out and burn him.
Does she still have feelings for him?
I have heard your arguments. And will consider them.
We'll consider them. Did you not understand the history of Harrenhal? I'm pretty sure that your royal family was taught about that shit. Are they trying to go along with the whole spirits haunting Harrenhal thing? I don't buy it for a second, but whatever. Oh, I think I saw a short with this.
And I have to clean up.
While Daemon's having delusions. Oh. Now I do believe a place like that could drive somebody mad. Or Daemon could be driving himself mad because of all the fucked up shit he's done.
You will die in this place.
She's pleasant.
Library of Scrolls.
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower?
Would you take her hostage or kill her?
I would speak with her.
Killing her would be easier.
If war can be averted, it is my duty to avert it. I have reason to believe she may be of the same opinion.
It is fraught.
Speak it.
There are fishing boats aplenty in the bay.
But if I'm recognized...
You may be surprised, but most folk pay no mind to a woman who has not dressed as a queen. There is one place Alicent goes, outside the castle walls.
That might just freak her out, but... Okay. I thought she just always went to that place down in the dungeon with all the candles and stuff by the dragon head. It's like Assassin's Creed when you're trying to blend in with the crowd.
I don't know, every time I see the stairs, those stairs now, I think of shame, shame, shame. And now everybody's in hell.
Okay, so that is a place of candles. I thought that was where that big dragon head is, which was, I thought, within the castle walls. This is a different thing. Huh.
This is that Sun Temple.
Starry Sept or whatever it is.
No. Well, I must speak with you. If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. Though not before I killed you. And then what? Oh, I've begun badly.
These two.
We watched the tourney together, you and I. We knew, even then, that men trained up for battle are eager to fight. I know you do not have that desire within you. Rhaenys has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come. So you've come to surrender, then? I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace. If you and I may come to terms.
There are no terms. Your allies turn from you and they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime. I could never have imagined you.
The trespass was not mine. Oh, think what you will. I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son.
I repudiate that act with all my heart.
Of course you do. I'm usurping my rightful inheritance.
Mm-hmm. That right there is the main thing you're guilty of. You and your dad wanted so bad for your kid to take the throne. And now he's completely unprepared because you didn't fucking raise him to do it.
Of thousands, in order that your feckless son...
Your father changed his mind.
I saw the king that night. Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. A right he upheld steadfastly every day of his life after my mother died.
Mm-hmm.
You will maintain that his mind was changed in an instant.
I will.
You lie.
No.
Repeat to her what he said.
When was your plan first laid? Was your ambition so keen?
He changed his mind, Rhaenyra. He changed his mind. I swear this to you, on the memory of my mother. I pronounce before all gathered in that room that you would make a fine queen. Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
What did he say at the end? Did he speak my name?
Tell her exactly what he said, word for word.
It was hard at times to understand, but he spoke Aegon's name. He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
Did my father use those words? Did he?
Yes, he did.
It's a story he once told about Aegon the Conqueror.
The Conqueror.
The realization. You done fucked up. You should have already known, but whatever.
You must go before you are discovered.
There's been a mistake.
There's been no mistake.
You can prevent this, Alicent. A terrible war is looming. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss.
There's been no mistake. My father has gone from court. God is on the march. You know what Aemond is? It's too late, Rhaenyra.
Oh my god. Well, at least you got it out. Well, that was something. There was a lot of foreshadowing in that of just how awful this war is going to be. And I've said something about that before. It's really, really going to be bad. Nobody's a winner. Everyone's a freaking loser. And there's so much blood spilled. Yeah, it looks like Alicent had a slight opportunity to try to steer the direction of the war in a different way and didn't take it. Her, oh, it's too late, it's too late. I'm sorry, but it's never too late. It's too late to stop the war. It's not too late to get it so that it doesn't go so completely out of hand. I don't know. I felt like when I read the books, Alicent was just presented in such a way that she just seemed like she was just an awful person, an awful mother who was just hell-bent on this war, on having her kids take over. On the show, it's primarily presented as Otto Hightower, and it is in the book too. To me, it seemed like there was a lot more cajoling from Alicent to her kids to sway them this way. But I'm sure we got lots more fun in the next episodes. I think there's 5 or 6 episodes out right now. I'm only on 3. I only do one a week, but it was good to see this one because I have several reactions to episode 3 that I'm wanting to watch, and I've been waiting until I get this one recorded, so I finally get to watch those. I'm still glad Alicent got that across to Rhaenyra. Both can understand what Viserys actually meant when he died. He was not talking about her son Aegon, but he was talking about Aegon the Conqueror. Now we get to see how things go from here. That's all I got for you this week. I'll see you next week. Bye. Until next time, I'll see you when I see you. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want more content, click subscribe. If you click that little bell and click all, then you'll get more content notifications.